Manfield. It's nighttime. It's a little bit rainy, a little bit stormy out there, but don't worry. Under the cover of the stadium, we get things underway. Vision in blue, Rule 1 in orange, and already, like we said, Rule 1 trying to put that pressure on.
Absolutely so, and they're not going to let go of that sort of stone-fisted grip early on if they do establish that control. As Vision do try to work their way forward, some more trying to really just throw an air dribble over, test the defense very early on there.
Nice little try from Small. Senzo blocked out by RW9. Wrapping around the wall some more. Good 50-50 out wide. Should be able to chase on this with 28 boost. Shot on target, but Killers puts that off to the side.
Only just wide of its mark. As Ruas does take to the skies. Got some boost in the tank to throw one central as well as some more. This does look like a breakthrough opportunity, but not quite found Bacon.
Enzo above net. Fight for the taking, but Ruas puts it away. Killers. The demo there as well. Shooting across back into the back lines of Rule 1. Vision doing quite well from the get-go.
Absolutely so, and it was their potential counter-attack, which was the first big chance that we've seen so far, and impressive stuff for Vision early on, but it's very early doors in the series, and just in terms of the grand scheme of things, a lot left still to be shown.
Enzo, I'm in a bit of breather, allow time for teammates to push up into midfield and more. Will do exactly that, trying to wrap it around, but the demo coming out from Ruas, doing a lot of damage.
Absolutely, and Ruas almost with a double touch as well, but Basil on the backboard rather, did see that one through to the background over in the corner. There's some more, a nice little forceful 50 over to Basil. We've seen the amount of control that Vision can establish, and they're still working that forwards.
Vision do have a great game plan right now against Rule 1. It is all focused on control. When they take control of the ball, they slow it on down, pull it into 50-50s, and it's just that slow progression downfield.
Absolutely so, and Kaliz with the double touch to see this one forwards as well. He's trying to push forward the Orange Army back into that back third. Mozen with a shot, some more with a lovely save, and somehow that one's just over to the side.
Gotta be careful now though. Rule 1 are ramping up the pressure some more. Gonna just leave that one for Senzo out wide. Clears, jumping on in, not going to be able to get the second touch, and some more having the blocks out. This is a dangerous ball right up above the net. Brazil with the clearance. Well, Ruas going to be able to push that to the corner.
Ooh, only just. It's a little bit sketchy at the moment for Rule 1, especially because of these counter-attacks from Vision Gaming. It just keeps coming, or Vision Esports. You've thrown that word in my mouth now as well, Bacon, as Ruas shoots this one just over the crossbar.
Fate to come through, but Marston can get on that quick enough. Some more. Keeping it slow, close to the ground, trying to conserve a lot of boost, but Marston's got other plans. Removes the player, going in for a second touch right now, but no, not going to be able to connect it. Basil, off to the side. This is so dangerous in front of the Vision Esports net, but they could just walk it away.
They absolutely could. Samor does throw this one over to the corner, and still weathering the storm are Vision. And on the counter, we've seen maybe 2, maybe 3 chances so far in this game, but importantly, no real shots on target so far, and it could just come back the other direction, but Rule 1, no follow-up that time around.
Vision's control of the game is great right now. They're making things nice and awkward for Rule 1. The only issue I have with it, Psycho, is that they're not giving themselves the opportunities to really shoot on net effectively. Look at Basil there, not going to be able to get anything on it. Some more up above net, but there are no good striking chances.
Yeah, exactly so, and I must say, it's been really nice so far for both sides to see their sort of aggressive nature. They're not holding back. They're not letting anything go in this game one. It's not just sort of a casual approach, but like you say, those shots, they are the important factor, and none really being placed so far.
Perhaps, you know, that could be part of the game plan. They're just waiting for a mistake to come on through. Or you've got Senzo lining this one up. Basil locked on out some more. Not going to be able to follow on through, and it all just teeters out to nothing.
Oh, but this one's going to roll home, Bacon. And it was so close for that last player from Vision to just get their mitts on that save, but clears a massive clearance downfield and does put the first goal on the scorecards.
Ouch. 45 seconds left. Vision been doing phenomenally so far. It was a little bit of an overcommitment. They like their chances, and they've paid the price. Out towards center. Some more not going to be able to finish that one off. Brazil out towards center, perhaps, but no real good options there.
No good options as Kalia's on the counter straight away, just trying to throw the ball downfield into that blue territory. Lovely knock forward as well. Some more just chasing the demo. Gets a bump for good measure as well. But Kalias, once again, the shot blocked by that last defender.
Again, you look at there, Senzo had no options realistically gone. Sure, he had to play it to the left, but he wasn't going to be able to wrap around the ball in time. Smort stepping on up towards the center, and Kalias with clearance.
Mozin, 5 seconds left to create maybe a second opportunity and just really cement this game one, but it's pretty much all over with. In game number one, Rule 1 taking it. It wasn't convincing, it wasn't flashy, but Rule 1, that aggressive nature we saw really helps them thrive.
But it also gives us a second side of Rule 1, one that is able to weather everything, because they were not in control of the game at all, but they weren't hurt for it. They saw how Vision were playing and just went, okay, we take a step back and we wait for the overcommitment. As long as we're solid on defense, holding in their own half, Vision's game plan sort of just, like I said, petered out. Wasn't able to do anything at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate for Vision because, like you said, I think they were the side that had the majority of the control. Those counter-attacking plays from Vision, they looked convincing, not just once, not just twice, but a bundle of times, and yet no conversions made.
Going on here again. What do you do if you are Booty here? What are you saying to your team? Because effectively, the foundations of the playstyle for Vision were correct, I think, here, Psycho.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. And unfortunately, there isn't too much they can do, I don't think. It is just a matter of clinching those opportunities. The actual approach that they played that game with, I think, was superb. And from the coach's perspective, I'm sure that's going to be reiterated in their words during this break time as well, Bacon.
Well, with the Winter Open, the winter split, we don't go to Aquadome for Game 2. No, we head on over to the Forbidden Temple. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get underway once again for even more action. And, would you guess it? Rule 1 take control of kickoff.
Who would have thought Rule 1 with control early on? Well, certainly not me, as another shot was just about saved away, and Rule 1 just wrapping around that offense relentlessly, but Vision still, like you said, weathering the storm.
Love to see it from Vision. A real underdog story coming on through. Basil puts it up high. Clears. Nice control up in the air, but not going to be able to do anything more. It's just buying time, allowing Rule 1 to take control of that midfield line.
Oh, that was almost a 50 on target through some more, but that save was crucially made. On the counter, Senzo, that was an opportunity. It could have been 1-0. If that shot had the placement that he wanted, straight into the top corner, that could have flew, but yet again, they're just going to have to wait that little bit longer.
Well, Senzo didn't want the shot there. He actually wanted to get underneath the ball, right, to get the flip reset. You could see it, but just did not have the time to rotate enough.
Yeah, maybe so, as Rawas straight on this counter-attack, trying to just aggravate the opposition, throw those loose commits, force them into that sort of habit, but Vision, their structure still holding on as Rawas catches a flip reset, a bump for good measure, 2, but not on target.
More. Slowly trying to beat out Arson, but not going to be able to do much more. That midfield control coming on through strong for Rule 1. Slow down from Vision. Bumps coming on out as well as Senzo puts that across, looking for some more, but it's straight towards Rawas.
A nice bit of breathing room as well for Rule 1 on the counter, but Senzo straight downfield as well. Rawas sees this one off to the side. A bump maybe could do a lot of damage, but wasn't found, and clears with a free clearance there.
Second man from Vision has got to get more involved. They're just waiting for a cherry picking moment, but the issue is they've got no one there to take the shot.
Absolutely, and the defense for Rule 1 holds on as Senzo shoots yet again and blocked away. I think for Rule 1, their second man certainly stable for the time being. That's a wonderful touch to the side for the counter. Kalias downfield, but maybe a bit of wasted possession there.
I don't know. For me, it just bought time, allowed Rule 1 again to pick up boost, step up to that midfield, and thus they were able to handle this attack. Only just though from Rawas.
Only just. That was flying straight into the top corner if it wasn't for that beautiful touch. Mozen downfield touches to Kalias. Over to the backboard. Some more breathing room really to just see an opportunity for future.
Enzo with Basil underneath, but Madison now with Kalias moving. Rawas removes, and well. The perfect trifecta of players. Rule 1, get goal number 1.
Goal number 1 on the boards. A nice play it was, just a boom over to the backboard, a demo as well, and an unfortunate miss for Vision, just caught slightly in the wrong position there. Really did lead to their demise.
And goal number 2 of the series so far as well. If you looked at it in other ways, you might think they were trying to speed run their way through this Rule 1. Just keep it nice and clean, quick and tidy, push on through to the grand finals. But, I mean, we're looking at this right now. It's not on paper. This is a tough battle between these two squads.
It's a massively difficult affair just to find these opportunities in the first place. The defensive nature of these teams at the moment in terms of their shape at the back has really just proved dividends. That's a lovely touch to see that one away, but the shot follow-up from Rawas is beautiful. It's found the back of the net, and Vision, they're in a very difficult spot now.
Moore and Basil both not challenging that correctly. Senzo, the rotate in, I'm calling this, like, all three from Vision were effectively wrong in different areas and how they challenged that defense right there. And Rule 1 able to punish.
Such a crucial punish it was as well, just to cement their lead. And Vision have had a lack of opportunities that have put a shot on target so far, as this one could be a chance. A shot from Senzo, but the accuracy not found, straight down the middle.
I don't mind it straight down the middle, and it was down towards the ground. That was a coin flip kind of scenario. You're trying to make the goalkeeper, the defender, jump in. Well, they read it well, kept close to the floor.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, Bacon.
Unlucky.
So close.
Rattling the crossbar. Demo coming on through. Ruas over towards Kalir. Is going to go for the second touch, but Basil gifted to him. Nice little run here from some more. Not going to be able to beat out Ruas though.
Playing for that dunk as well to establish some control. Some more taking this one high. He's got an extra touch as well. Drops it down. Senzo finished though. So close. Squished it against the post, but it just didn't play into his favour.
Again, we said it earlier. They need a finisher, perhaps even a poacher, if you want, from football terms, you know, to be able to get these goals. That's how Vision are playing. But no, instead they're just effectively going for 1v1s against goalkeepers, and that's just not going to work against a team like Rule 1. They will dominate that and wait for openings like this.
A massive strike down from Kalias, and that is the nail in the coffin for this game too, unless the most unlikely of circumstances occurs. And I think it is so important during this time, Bacon. You mentioned how at the back they're really just contesting these one-on-one opportunities against the goalkeeper. It isn't enough. I do agree with you there, and Vision, they need to take this time to rethink their strategy.
Notice as well how Rule 1 are using their boost. They are working with very little, but that's because not even allowed that. That's unfair.
That's rude, isn't it? It's just painful at this stage. You can feel for the players. This could be 4 as well for Kalias, as Basil does see this one to the side. Rule 1 though, 3-0. It's convincing from their side of the turf.
So sorry, I just brought it up about the boost. When they get to a full tank, they make that tanker boost last because they know that Vision are trying to force them into their back lines. And Rule 1 are smart enough to see, okay, we're going to have to weather this storm for a good 20 seconds. We don't have that chance to run out and get the 100 in the corner as freely as we'd like. So we're just waiting for those chances to clear. Half time as well, they go for a short little pass to one another and then get the clearance because they're trying to work for space and open up, get that ball into the most amount of space possible, because then that gives Rule 1 that breathing room. Rule 1 then don't naturally pounce onto the ball. Instead, they pounce onto the midfield boost tanks and push up from there. They're just being so smart about this.
Yeah, they're establishing control beautifully, like you said, through those boost grabs, through that midfield presence that Rule 1 have, and are just enforcing. It's beautiful to see, but for Vision, there was 2 opportunities which could have easily found the back of the net in that second game. It was looking positive for them, even against all odds sort of in those 1v1 situations. They were just wide of the mark, and a couple times. That's all it took really, Bacon. Just a couple missed times.
Still, not a single goal for Vision Esports here. It's unfortunate to say the least, but they haven't really had the chances. We have just had on our ears that Vision Esports have called the timeout. Pretty standard here, you know, you lose 2 on the trot, and most teams do call the timeout, have a little word with their coach, but here's again that they don't look convinced enough to finish off the build-ups.
Yeah, maybe not, and I think moving forwards. It's going to be so unlikely if Vision can't put away those opportunities, because it's almost looked like they've just suffered misfortune. And honestly, Rocket League is one of those spontaneous titles where you see these situations, you see a team that has presence, they have opportunities, but just cannot find that final missing piece of the puzzle. I think it's just one of those days for Vision, maybe, Bacon.
So, Vision Esports is like playstyle right now. It's great in the midfield, but when it does come to that final like third, it doesn't work. They don't have enough coverage to be able to throw a player on in quickly, because they're using a lot of boost to get that full width of that midfield portion. So when it comes to that back line, you'll notice their players are either right on the ground, underneath in the box, which is quite frankly pointless to be, or they're going back to get boosts themselves. They're not offering each other a lending hand. They have to go for team goals instead of one-on-ones. And well, Rule 1 once again taking control of the kickoff.
Absolutely, and I think it's going to become a commonality for the rest of these next few games, and that is a nice touch forwards from the side in blue, but yet again saved away at the dying seconds.
Ooh, Senzo doing good. Marson into the mixer. Well, some more. Not going to be able to pick up on that. You saw the players just coming in, blocking out. Route towards net there, blocked out by some more.
And this one for a follow-up from Kalias. He does just try to play for possession, throwing it back into the corner. A very smart move there, as Kalias has lots of options to throw this ball central as well, but Basil did find an escape route.
Oh, Ruas has got to be careful here. Wrap around, put it up high. It was a good choice in the end, and even a block coming through from Marston. Rule 1 stays safe. Vision do anything with this? No. What a deft touch.
It was a great little deft touch, like you mentioned, and some more. In the corner has to win out this battle. He's done well to get past 1, but 2 as well, crucially. This is the time to find those interlinking plays as Basil takes to the skies, but immediately shut down for his troubles.
Well, Senzo even regaining control, winning the 50-50, push off towards the side. Basil needs to step in on this, not going to be able to. Senzo and some more, both occupying the same space. Once again, Vision break down because they are not rooting themselves around the pitch correctly.
Maybe not so, Bacon, but still the Vision attack pushes forwards. The blue players just couldn't get the job done. And on the counter, Rule 1, Ruas downfield. Can only go as far as some more. Catches this ball underneath, maybe a shooting chance, but a crucial block.
Again, Vision goes straight to those one-on-one scenarios, which they're just not winning. They've got to accept it. They've got to look to each other. One-on-one once again blocked on out, this time by the crossbar and Ruas. Rule 1 are enduring, but they feel confident in doing it.
They absolutely do. And I think it's times like these where you can either laugh or cry. And I'm hoping for the players' sakes right now, it's laughter and not tears for Vision. So close, so many times of asking in these 1v1 scenarios. And the crossbar was the one that punished that time around, as Rule 1 keep this attack going, but not a player to follow through.
Again, Vision just keep banging their heads against that same brick wall, going for these one-on-ones. And that was actually a 1-on-2 scenario, which do not work. At the end of the day, you've got to realize what is the issue right now, and it is that attack. And that is an open net.
It's wide open. It's going to be pain for Vision. Yet again. So many times have we said it so far. In Rule 1, they didn't particularly have to work hard for that goal either. It's one tiny mistake in the corner from Vision. Just an open path to freedom for Rule 1.
It also shows that what happens when Vision run out of boost, though. They weren't able to rotate back quick enough, and it hurt. Ruas looking through it. Oh, the fake! That is dirty. Hit the showers.
It's delicious to watch from the Rule 1 perspective. Ruas just sort of just dipped his nose down and was like, I know you can get the job done, so why don't you finish my job after?
At the end of the day, that kind of thing is what we've been asking for Vision. That's just teamwork. It's nothing super fancy in a mechanical sense. It's just they're the better person for the job. They're the one that's going to get the goal, so they will be the one to take it.
Yeah, I think so. And Rule 1, this is now that stage in the game where they start to look even more deadly, unfortunately for Vision, when they do establish that sort of early lead, maybe just past halfway stages in this game. They just look so much more threatening, and the job gets tougher for Vision.
I think in cases like this, teams like Vision get that sort of hero complex, right? They have to be a difference maker, so they go into more of those one-on-one scenarios, which is the crux of the issue right now.
Yeah, and downfield from Rule 1. Trying to make it 3 as Kalias. That was a beautiful pinch in field, but the shot was just off its mark. Rule 1, if that was 3, from a neutral perspective, you might just think that Rule 1 have already cemented their path through to a grand finals, Bacon.
Well, Solas Khan ain't going to put his name on a NAF team, is he now? Come on, face it. But Rule 1, we knew beforehand these players were absolutely goated. You know, we're looking all 3 of them within the top 10 of the region, easy.
Oh, yeah.
And Vision have got statements where they can be jumping in on that. Finally a goal from Vision, but again, like, this is a quick kickoff goal. Like, the first kickoff that did not go in Rule 1's favor. I think they were just overconfident here.
Maybe so, but for Vision, that's going to be a nice feeling. So far, every single kickoff has been straight possession downfield for Rule 1, and it's been terrifying. So that's not been great for Vision so far. This could be 2 as well, as some more does shoot on target. And if it was, it could have done wonders for the mental game of Vision.
Oh,
and
yeah.
more importantly, their chances.
Yeah, even gods bleed, you know, right? That's the kind of mental right there. They're not immortal. They're not having the perfect day. You can take them. It brings it all up. And who knows, right now it does look like Vision will be going for that reverse sweep. But Rule 1 have got to keep calm themselves. They know they can't overextend. Mistakes will still get punished. Vision are a good team.
Oh, my.
Oh, but that.
They're a good team, Bacon. But I think there might be a team that's better.
Yeah.
Ruas is really good at this game.
Moore is so close as well. It's the issue of the delay, right? You have to get there early enough to make that initial save. If that does come through, then you've got to try and slow yourself down. You're playing in a fool's game. You can't help it.
You really can't. And when you're caught in 2 minds like that, you have to make your decisions. And unfortunately, it's just the wrong one for this Vision side, as at the back they're just being hounded by Rule 1. The momentum firmly in their favour as they are on path to take this 3rd game. That's a beautiful shot down from Mosin as well. Look at how much time and space and control of the pitch he has in this moment.
Rule 1 are just clipping on each other right now, trying to one-up each other. Get a better highlight for the reel. And well, 22 seconds left to go. There's chance for another, especially when you got Ruas on the ball like that. Senzo to deny.
Yeah, that social team in the background is going to be massively thankful. They're going to have a huge smile on their face. It's going to be exactly what they wanted. It's like, it's just a tasty supper to end this game, really.
Oh, they are eating good tonight here. Well, as we wait for the ball to touch the floor, that is game number 3, done and dusted. Rule 1, move on to match point.
Rule 1, match points. And for many people watching this series, that is the expected outcome. Like you said, these players firmly cemented within the top 10 in their region, all 3 of the players on Rule 1. And if you sort of cast a shadow of a doubt on that opinion, Rule 1 will just shut you up time and time again. They really are a force to be reckoned with.
Double fivers there is scary. When you can get 2 players in your team into the 500 mark, and well, the 3rd was up in nearly 400, 398? That is a scary amount of points right there, because, you know, we've seen how scores worked out changed, I want to say 3 times. We're on the 4th iteration of it within Rocket League, and we're at the stage right now where it's the hardest point to get points there. And it just means that you're focusing more about on those small touches. Rule 1 got more control of the game to be able to ramp them up, as well as the goals, you know. And Rule 1 here is just slowly but surely dominating the series. It's looked better as time went on throughout each and every one of the games. They're shutting down what Vision wants to put out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Vision approached that game in maybe a slightly different style, just to try and keep the pace up in their half. And unfortunately, did lead to a couple mistakes. But as we do get underway in Game 4, there still is time left for Vision to make a difference.
Utopia Coliseum for game number 4, and Senzo!
Oh.
Wow, it might just be Utopia here.
And you know what? Sometimes a kickoff is a difference maker. That's the 2nd time in maybe only a couple of minutes that Vision have been afforded that beautiful chance. Now that they've got that early goal on the board, we get to see what they do with it.
I'm just thinking of like the Anchorman meme, you know, like, you know, 60% of the time it works every time for them right now. You know, whenever they get a kickoff, they get a goal. That's pretty impressive.
It's very impressive as some more maybe has a chance to make it too. He throws that one off the ceiling in field, but no contact was found on the follow-up. He's downfield back towards Kalias. He does touch this one past and some more with the deftest of touches to maybe prevent a goal going in their own end.
Oh, popped on up for Kalias. Going for another one. A pass off towards a teammate, but it never connected with Senzo. The nice clearing deep downfield. And again, this was another case where you needed some more in the mixer, but it was up on that midfield line, and rightfully so. Vision trying to rush their attacks.
Definitely so, and downfield Vision just trying to cherry pick maybe through that rotation. This one looks open for Mosin, and it's not actually going to be required because Kalias has found the target the first time of asking, takes to the skies, beats out that third man in Bazilwin. Job done.
That is a goal that is so much harder than it looks, right? It just looks like a slight little touch, but to get that amount of accuracy, the perfect amount of power to put it top left of the bin is crazy.
It's nuts. That's just showing of what we came to expect from Rule 1 as Senzo tests out this defense some more to follow up, takes to the skies, a nice air dribble towards Kalias.
But again, it feels like indecision right there, where you've got to be really decisive in those moments. You come on in, and if you're going to slow it on down, you want to kind of maneuver it a little bit with a bit of width there. Instead, they just allowed for the defender to charge up onto them.
And I think that sort of direct nature of Vision right now maybe could be a mistake on their part. Just trying to, like, as you said, open up the width a little bit. All their attacks have been so direct, but this one has slipped on through, and perhaps sleeping were Rule 1 at the back here.
The first point-blank conversion for Vision, and it's going to put them into lead here in game number 4. Vision, they're still kicking.
Still kicking, and they're fighting hard as well. I didn't actually see the sneaky little bump on the backboard, and it wasn't just one. He sort of just got shoveled over to the side. It was beautiful to see for Vision, but maybe a bit more of that disruptive play could come a long way, Bacon.
And will commit some positioning, not so comfortable, but Vision now are just playing really rapid, dare I say, reactive Rocket League, where they're just playing maybe even instinctive. They just want to run at the problem.
They certainly do, and Basil with a shot! No! Basil without a shot.
I think he meant to do that. Like, you could see the defender in net and knew that they weren't going to get the shot off, so they just wanted to let it roll and try and buy a little bit of time, maybe to hold on to the midfield line. I was worried for a moment there with that post.
I was slightly scared as well, and I think I'm going to get even more scared now as Kalias is the one in the skies. Mosin over to the side, a wide open path as well. I think a demo came through. It must have to cause the collapse on the Vision end. You can see just in the background, wiped off the field was that third player.
So this kind of instinctive playstyle is shut down by demos because you're not really covering each other. The only way you cover each other is when you're kind of double committing with each other, right? So Rule 1 have seen that and have just gone in for these demos, and it does break down a lot of the plays from Vision.
It really does. But still Vision have a fuel and a fire left to really provide a threat towards Rule 1. We're seeing them really encroach upon that orange half so much more frequently than they were in the prior games. They just look electric when they take to that latter half, but importantly they need another conversion.
Once blocked on out by Kalias, is going to bounce off slowly towards the midfield, where Ruas does pick it up, steals the 100, pass on out, it's very high, not going to be able to connect with Kalias.
Massive hoof over to the other side, but unfortunately wasn't contested yet again by Rule 1. Basil with some space in the skies, a lovely dunk from Kalias, but no one to follow, and some more. An easy time to see this one away as the pressure keeps coming.
That's always very far downfield there. Perhaps trying to wait for a big clearance to come on through. Didn't really come through at all. It's in. Oh, that is squeaky clean.
Oh, it's nice. It's scrumptious from Mosin. He had the control to beat the first player and had some space to get past the second as well. Just dance past that defence all by himself. And the follow-up, importantly, was there for Rule 1, and yet again, the advantage in their favour.
1 minute 15 from now. It could all be over unless Vision have something else to say about it.
And you know what this was again, Bacon? It was a kickoff.
Yep.
Vision.
3 for 3.
3 for 3. They're almost unstoppable right now. One more, we'll see what happens.
All they got to do is just win the kickoffs. That's it.
Oh. I was thinking for a second maybe there'd be a kickoff goal. It was pretty close.
I'll give that a close one. That was a 50-50. It went down the line and that went in the back and there. All the good work from Vision undone.
Yeah, and a sneaky double commit between Senzo and Samor just in that left-hand side of the field, exposed the defensive end of Vision. That final third player just in the corner all by himself. Unfortunately, he couldn't do the heavy lifting.
Final minute left here to try and keep Vision in the Winter Open. Basil, up high, gonna let that one drop. I would have preferred to get a touch. Senzo's just chasing after the Modern back there. Like, just leave him alone, okay? Just waste them boost.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of desperation maybe now for Vision as another shot comes through from Mosin, followed up by Kalias. That surely is it for Rule 1. We've seen what they can do when they open up that lead. 2 goals now is the advantage towards Rule 1.
But again, notice, right back at the start of the series, we were saying Vision stop 1v1. Rule 1 get a lot of their goals from passing plays. That required all 3 players from Rule 1 to get, and that's a big difference maker, is that they are just all on that same level.
Yeah, and on exactly the same wavelength they are as a pre-jump comes through from Ruas. And it's just been a phenomenal performance so far from Rule 1. It's very hard to fault them, and as much as we've maybe had our potential faults for Vision so far, Rule 1 have been in a league of their own so far, and it's very much telling of how much we can expect to see in the future from this team as well.
Ruas not going to be able to get anything on that. Senzo sends it on past. Up in the air right now, 2 goals to find. It was a goal now on Never, and Senzo not getting that. Is just the countdown till the end, where Rule 1 will go perfect through the semi-finals. 4-0. They move on to the grand finals to find who they're going up against, who's going to be their prey.
I mean, I think most people are going to be saying Falcons, but there's been more unlikely things to have happened in the past, and their opposition in Cola certainly not to be messed around with, especially given their run so far. But commiserations to Vision, they did put up a pretty strong performance towards the tail end of that series, but 0 goals to their name after the first 2, and I think that was a massive difference maker. They couldn't find those crucial opportunities early on.
And whilst it sounds like we're very harsh towards Vision, there were great moments. Those first 2 games showed that you can handle the macro of Rule 1. It's just coming down to that nuance. You've got to have that finishing prowess, which, in all fairness, they found in the later games, right? They were able to get those goals. If they can just somehow combine the 2, Vision are going to turn into a scary team. But right now, them getting to the semis is kind of like their goal. You know, you've got to be looking at the long run. You've got to be beating out the other teams in the midfield pack, and Vision did exactly that against Twisted Minds. So right now, Vision are doing a good job. They're just on that grind towards Worlds.
Absolutely, and this is one of the best runs that they've had so far, just altogether, taking into account that full split as well. They actually leapfrogged 2 sides to make it up to 3rd in the overall standings just because of their performance so far in the Winter Open. So full props to them, Bacon.
Yep. Right, folks, go get yourself a drink, because we're going to have a quick little break. After that, we'll be bringing you Team Falcons versus Cola with Danny Boy and Spooks. We'll see you on the other side.